Wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Jibrail El Furqon, and today I'm gonna introduce you guys to ESP, aka English for Specific Purpose. What is ESP? Well, ESP or English for Specific Purposes is involving teaching and learning the specific skills and language needed by a particular learner for a particular purpose. The P in ESP is always a professional purpose, a set of skills that learners currently need in their work or will need in their professional careers. This this broad definition can be taken to include business skills such as English for job hunting or presentations, but many ESP teachers see their fields as distinct from mainstream business English. But many ESP teachers see their field as distinct from mainstream business English. The main goal of ESP is to help learners communicate effectively in a particular professional or academic context. Instead of pro, learning broad grammar and vocabulary, students learn the English relevant to their field. Key feature for ESP is needs based. First, needs based. Focus on what learner really needs to English for. 2. Goal oriented. Designed to help learners reach a specific outcome. 3. Field specific vocabulary. Includes terminology from a specific subject. And 4. Contextual learning. Based on real life situations in the learner's field. Example of ESP are 1. English for business for professionals working in international companies. 2. English for medical purposes for doctors, nurses, or healthcare workers. 3. English for tourism for people working in hotels, travel agency, etc. 4. English for academic purposes or EAP for students in universities. And 5th, English for aviation for pilots and air traffic controllers. Now, who need ESP? Well, ESP is not for everyone. It is designed for specific groups of people who need English for a particular reason. These people already have some knowledge of English, but they want to improve their skills in a certain area. ESP courses can also be created for working professionals. Example, a teacher providing in-company lessons at a law firm. In such cases, the course will not only be for the needs of a specific profession, example lawyer, human resource personnel, but also for specific organization. ESP is for people who need English with a purpose, whether for work, study, or career goals. It helps them focus on the exact type of English they need, saving time and making learning more effective. So, how would ESP different from general English? ESP or English for specific purposes and general English are both ways of learning English, but they are used for different goals and have some important differences. First, the first feature is focus. If general English is for everyday life, while ESP is for a specific field, job, or study. Second is vocabulary. General English is more common general word. Meanwhile, for ESP is a technical or subject specific words. 3. The learner's goals. General English is fluency and communication. Meanwhile, for ESP is job, academic, or career success. And then 4th, course material. For general English, it's general textbooks. Meanwhile, ESP or English for specific purpose is customized to learners' needs. And then there's more. There are three key strategies open for ESP teachers whose knowledge of a specific subject is limited: honesty and openness, preparations, and confidence. First, honesty, honesty and openness are about managing expectation. ESP teachers don't need to pretend to be something they are not. Don't be afraid to tell your learners that you are unfamiliar with the specific subject. An important skill for any specialist is the ability to describe what they do and why in language non-specialists will understand. Second, the preparations. It should include teaching. It should preparation. It should include learning as much about the learner's professional field as the teachers can. Research before the course. Careful planning of the language and problems that are likely to come up in a lesson. Strategies to deal with vocabulary problem that can be solved during the lesson, and a commitment to learn actively. The learner's specialization in order to be more prepared next time. And finally, confidence. And then finally, the ESP teacher needs to be confident that they have the skills that will help their learners, such as knowledge of how to make learning successful, how to make language memorable, and how to motivate learners. In other words, an ESP teacher will will strong with so in other words, an ASP teacher with strong methodology but limited subject knowledge may be more effective than a subject specialist with no knowledge of methodology. Alright, that's all for today. Thank you, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.